Since election, we've been flooded with people calling, emailing, texting, saying, how do I be involved as an intern? What's been really inspiring is a lot of them are from Stockton, and they're students just like I was not too long ago, who are away at some great schools, who still care about their city and who understand that because they come from Stockton, they have a responsibility to give back to Stockton. So this summer, we've always had an internship program. I was a council person, pretty informal. But this summer we thought we should make it like a real fellowship.
I think they get a sense to what it's like to work in a mayor's office, but they really get that opportunity to work with that mayor and the staff. They really get a sense it's not just something that they come in and they're kind of on the sidelines and they're observing, but they're really hands-on. Here, the challenge, the need is really great, and the challenges we face as a community are very difficult. And I think that when you come into this office, you're going to be on the front lines of what's going on in a city the size of 315,000 people.
Here at the internship because I wanted to make sure that all the stuff that we campaigned for, all the stuff that we fought hard for, was actualized and actually, came to Stockton. The change that we wanted to see, came to fruition. I don't think people realize how long it takes to make progress. And if you start early, you can get a lot done. But if you wait until it's too late, it can be really hard to see that. So I just want to see the progress that we work for today, in the future.
But they really looking at different programs. Sometimes they're working on maybe bringing in a group or organization to look at Stockton. Maybe they're working with a community group to address access to quality food, quality health care, quality child care, looking at different parts of the city and what do we actually give our residents in these parts, what resources do they need more of. So there's a variety, but I think all under the banner of, crime, education, economic development, among other things.
Well, my biggest thing that I've been working on is the Mayor's Youth Coalition, which is a group of about 25 high school students. About half of them were on Mayor Tubbs' campaign last year, and then about half of them are just kids from the community who want to join. But they have a genuine love for the city, and they love to do community service projects, and they want to find their political voice is what we've decided is their goal for this year, is to find a political voice and understand what's going on in local government and how local government works.
I really like doing this work because it's not just sitting in an office all day and researching policy and then handing in a memo. It's really going out and meeting these people, whether they're city youth or they're just concerned people in the community who are really passionate about Stockton, really passionate about their neighbors and their homes, and they really want to see some positive change.
I think that's one of the biggest things is coming back to my community and seeing the passion people have to make that change and meeting people that have the change and kind of working with them and be like, hey, we can all do this together. So I think that was the coolest thing is meeting people who genuinely want to do this and hopefully working with it for the future.
The first change I want to do is just be an example. Cause when I was a youth, I wasn't doing too well in high school. I really didn't know anybody that really were quote unquote successful from my neighborhood or that I knew, unless they played sports. So I see a common trend amongst people from my community is once they're done with sports, a lot of the males, they're kind of done with school because they feel that's the only way out. Sports. So I kind of just want to be an example that you can do it in alternative ways instead of just sports. And then after that, I just want to be able to be that person that I always wanted to have in my community. That person who kind of checks on me and just kind of actually cares. Because a lot of these people in Stockton come from disarranged families. So I could be that extra family member that you probably are missing or never had.
So the thing about internships is about finding that spark, the opportunity, and that exposure. Because a lot of people don't know what a mayor does or what a senior advisor to the mayor does or what a city manager does or anything. But when they're in City Hall, they see how it happens, they go to the meetings, they see, it may spark the interest, aha, I want to do it. I remember, I don't want to do it. But I think especially in college, it's a type of exploration, so it's important to have those experiences and that exposure so that you're able to make career choices and know what's out there. And we're really lucky to have them. I'm hoping they get the bug, they get inspired, and when they graduate, they come back and try to work for city government or run for office or work in the private sector here.